Hey, what is up guys, Big Guys for Life here, bringing you another episode to my PokeMMO playthrough. And the last time we left off, we got to Lavender Town, and as you can see, I've cut a Vulpix in between videos. And this Vulpix is level 17. Level 17. It doesn't know any good moves. We're gonna have it in front of the party anyways, but we can't do anything in Lavender Town right now because we can't go in the ghost tower. Because we don't have the Sylph Scope yet to see the ghosts, so we're gonna head off this way. And sorry guys, but I've already battled this old man on accident when I was trying to catch a Vulpix. So, we're going this way. We're gonna fight everyone here. You should be informed. You need strategy to win at this. This little scientist. You little scientist, you. Super Nerd Glenn would like to battle. Scarlet. Scarlett Johansson. Yeah, I named it Scarlet. Because I think it's a pretty good name for a Vulpix. Oh, let's change to Silver. Yeah. We're getting our Pokemon Mojo back here, guys. Pokemon Mojo. Oh no, that's why I hate grammars. They use minimize all the time and then you can never kill them because your attacks always miss, and it's just very annoying. Kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it, kill it. Ooh, kill it. Alright, here. Only takes 2 confusions to kill you. So, what should I talk about during this? You know what? I'm going to tell you guys a story for this video. So, what story should I tell you about? I will tell you about the time I broke my arm. Alright, so I broke my arm when I was about 6 or 7. I was just about to be getting into second grade, and so I was at my sister's babysitter's, right? Because there for some reason with one day I wasn't able, like my parents weren't both home at once. Well, neither of my parents were home, and my friends who I usually go to his house their parents couldn't watch me, so I had to go to my sister's babysitter's. Oh no, it was during the summer, so they must have both had to do something that day. But yeah, so I had to go there, and I haven't been there in a while. So they decide that day they want to take a ride on their horses in the backyard, and I've been there a lot of times, but I've never ridden their horses before. And I was in second grade, but so they're like all the little kids that are younger than me, because I don't go there, and there's like younger kids there than me, and they all wanted to ride the horses, right? So I'm the only one who didn't. I'm like, I just want to keep doing what I'm doing right now, so I didn't want to ride the horses. But then they bring out the pennies, they bring out the monies, and they're like, if you ride this horse, we're gonna give you some money. And I'm just like, money? Because when you're a little smaller, you're like, oh my gosh. Do you know how much a nickel is? 5 cents. That's a lot. That's a lot of money. But, so, I was like, ooh, there's money in play now. So I'm like, alright, I'll take the money. I'll get on this horse. So they put me on a horse with another kid. And the kid was smaller than me, and he was sitting in front of me. But we were on the back of the horse without a saddle. They didn't put a saddle on the horse. We were just on a rug. And all I had to hold me onto the horse was the smaller kid than me, who was about probably like 4 or 5. No, he had to have been 4. But so I was holding on to this kid, and then so they're taking the horse around, and just about when the horse ride was over, he started sliding off, and of course I'm holding on to him, so I start sliding off too, and because he starts flying off and I start flying off, we fall, and on that day on my right wrist I was wearing one of my new watches that I had. And I was like, it was so cool. It was a digital watch. I was like, yeah, I got this watch that can light up in the dark. What do you got? Nothing. And so I had this watch, right? And I fell on it, and it helped break my wrist. So my whole body landed on my arm, and my arm landed on my watch, and my watch hit the ground. And my whole mass is just thrown onto my wrist, and I break both bones in my wrist. Sadly, both bones, and it was an extremely bad break. Like, it was so bad that the doctor said if I ever broke my wrist again, my wrist would be totally messed up. And It was like my wrist. You know how when you break your wrist, it has like you get that small wrist cast. No, my wrist break. I had a cast all the way up past my elbow, and I mean it was kind of cool, but it sucked because when I broke my arm, my mom showed up, rushed me to the hospital, and I had this piercing headache from the pain, and I had to get in a wheelchair and brought into the hospital, and it was just a terrible experience. But I had a cool orange cast, because at the time, orange is my favorite color. But my new favorite color from that point on was red. I don't know why I changed, but red's a cool color, I believe. But the weird thing is when I broke my arm there, they had, one of the people there was actually, he worked in the ER, and he's like, can you move your wrist? And I'm like, you think I can move my wrist? And it like hurt, because it hurt so bad. And he's like one of the dumbest people I've ever met. But yeah, that was the time I broke my wrist. And it was right before, like a week before school started, so I got into school and couldn't really do much at recess. But what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Freaking broke my wrist. But it was a big cast, and everyone's like, oh my gosh, how'd you break your wrist? And I was like, dude, I fell off the horse. This big horse. This big white horse. Yeah, it was a full-grown horse. Yeah. What an experience. Breaking a bone. You haven't lived till you've broken a bone. Actually, you've definitely lived if you haven't never broken a bone. You're lucky. Why is this coughing so over-leveled? Well, at least I use Will-O-Wisp on it. Coughing. And the dumb thing is, Vulpix doesn't learn Flamethrower till level 29. Okay, what else can I tell you about my life? My life story. How about the time I saw my bone? That's a good story. It wasn't a break. I've only had one break in my life, and it was when I broke 2 bones in my wrist. And so this is different. So I was at my friend's Kyle's house. He has a YouTube channel called Raging Old Lady. I have it in my sub box. Go check him out. He has 1,300 something subs. He does Minecraft videos and sometimes Call of Duty videos. But anyways, back to the thing. I went to his house. I met this kid. I met Kyle in preschool. We've been friends ever since. Sorry if I hit the mic there. We've been friends ever since preschool. I used to go to his house every single day whenever I'd get off of school. But now I don't because, you know, school lasts longer. But we see each other in school anyways. He's in my class this year, finally. We're finally in class together. But anyways, so we're playing football in his yard, right? Like we always do. I'm not sure what grade I was in at the time. I know it wasn't 2nd grade. It had to have been like maybe late elementary school, early middle school, whatever. So we're playing football, and he has this wooden gate that separates his yard from someone else's yard. And for some reason, I decided to run the football by the gate. And when I ran past the gate, it was the weirdest thing ever. I ran past it, and my hand went across the gate. The hand I was holding the football went across the gate and just scraped the skin off the top of my hand. And it didn't hurt at all. Like, you'd think it hurt, but no, I'm not paying attention to the game. But it didn't hurt at all. Like, I didn't feel anything. Like, I just looked at my hand, I'm like, and I could see, there was no blood. All I saw was my bone. Like, I saw one of, like, maybe my middle finger bone, or, no, it had to be, probably my pointer finger bone. Yeah, the scar's still on my pointer finger. Well, not on my pointer finger, but in the middle of the top of my hand, you can see it's mainly over my pointer finger. But anyways, so I scraped it and I looked and I'm like, oh my gosh, my friend and Kyle ran over there. And he's just like, what? And I'm just like, look at my hand. We see my bone. And I saw my bone, and we both started laughing because it didn't hurt me. Well, actually, I don't know if he started laughing after I started laughing, but I started laughing. I don't know why I started laughing. I wasn't in pain or anything, and I just started laughing. I was like, ooh, look, I see my bone. And then when we went to go show his mom to get like Band-Aid or clean it out or whatever. And I'm like, Laura, my bone. Because his mom's named Laura. I'm like, my bone. And she looks and she's like, what are you talking about? There's blood there. And she like faints when she sees blood. And I'm just like, what do you mean? I looked at my hand and there's the blood like covered the bone. And I was like, oh man, you missed it. And she's like, I can't do this. And she just gives me a big Band-Aid and makes me put it on me. She faints when she sees like, she gets really woozy when she sees blood. But that was a fun experience. Well, I don't know if it's considered fun, but it was really weird, but really cool. At least I didn't break my bone and it was sticking out. But a lot of things happened to me when I went to Kyle's house, like a lot. I have so many stories to tell you guys. Because this is basically just, I'm not even gonna make it to the next town probably. I'm gonna battle all these people. I didn't want to battle them off camera because that'd be weird. But I do want to get to the next city, and there's no other option, guys. But anyways, so I was telling another story at his house. Ooh, this is a good one. This is when we were in maybe 7th or 8th grade. No, 7th. 6th or 7th. Yeah. Around that time. And so we're up at our old elementary school, because he lives right next to our old elementary school. And we were middle school at the time. So we're at there, and there's a cherry tree or whatever, this little crabapple tree that has the tiny little apples. And we're playing with our friends over there, throwing little crab apples at each other. And this stupid janitor came out, and she's like, I'm calling the cops. You're destroying school property. They're on their way now. And we thought it was a joke for a second. We're just like, what's a joke? And then me and Kyle looked at each other, and we're like, you know what? Just in case it's not a joke, let's get out of here. So instead of running to the people who we were throwing the crab apples at with, the house who was right next to the school, we ran all the way back into the back of the woods by the school, and we hid behind a tree log. But we were wearing like these bright shirts that anyone could spot in the woods. But we thought she was lying. We were about to get up and go back to there. But then from the front of the school, driving to the back of the school, we saw the police chief's car. The police chief showed up. He drove across the blacktop, started driving towards the woods. And we're just like, oh my god, no, please, stop, please. And he gets out of his car. Well, actually, no, he drives and does a U-turn. And I swear he saw us or something. And he just leaves. And we're just like, oh my god, we gotta get out of here. Since Kyle's house is close to the school, the back of his yard is actually fenced where the school is. Like, there's a little fence, and we can make it there. So we're like, okay, we gotta go through these woods and get to your house, Kyle. But his house is in the front of the school. So we're just like, oh, let's get out of here. So we ran to where his house gate was, and we we're about to make it there, and I'm like, I see the back of the cop. He was just there. He was walking back. He was like at least 10 feet away from us. I stopped, and like punched Kyle in the stomach to stop him. And he's like, what the heck? I'm like, dude, the cop's right there. Oh wait, why did I attack with Scarlet? Oh no. I'm like, dude, the cop's right there. And he's like, what? I'm like, look. And he looked, and the cop was just by that time he was 20 feet away from us, and we're just like, so when we turned the corner, we're just like, we jumped over his gate, and that was like one of the most adrenaline pumped in my time, because I've never been in trouble with the law, and that just scared me. I was like, oh my god, this can't happen to me. Oh man, that was an awesome moment. Another thing that happened to me and Kyle, since we have so many childhood memories and current memories, another thing happened to me and Kyle. We were in the same woods that we were hiding from the cop, and we were like at school. We were just hanging out at school. We're like, okay, let's just walk through the woods or something. So we're walking through the woods. Nobody was at the school with us, and then we hear, like, all of a sudden we're walking down the slope, and we hear this huge thumping behind us. We turn around, and these two giant mastiffs come out of nowhere. Kyle's a little bit shorter than me. I'm like, at that time I was probably like 5'10", 5'11". He was like maybe 5'7", 5'8". So he was like, his head was at my shoulders. And so we turn around, and these two huge mastiffs, they were bigger than Kyle on 4 legs. Like, they were my height, almost. Well, maybe I was probably a little bit taller, but they were basically my height on 4 legs. And I'm just like, I'm sitting there, we're just like, oh my god. And then their trainers called them back. Like, it was freaking scary. We just turned around, these two huge mastiffs are behind us, barking at us, and we're just like, we're standing there frozen. We don't know what to do. And then they're not trainers, what Pokemon getting in my head. No, their owners called them back, and we went out of the woods to look. And as a matter of fact, these two people had 2 huge mastiffs, and we're just like, oh my god, stop doing this to us. And it was awesome. I don't know why I say all these weird experiences are awesome. Breaking my bone. That wasn't awesome at the time. I was in pain. Breaking bones hurt. It hurt a lot. And then seeing your bone, I don't know how it's funny to me, but I guess it was pretty funny. Let's go heal up. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, that's a pretty much a lot of stories right there. What else can I tell of what me and Kyle did before? Or just what happened to me in the past? What else? Oh, wait. Oh, I'm thinking. Oh, yeah. Okay, so. This is just a quick, funny story. So, me and my friend Kyle, and my other friend Marcus that I've been friends with since preschool. No, I don't want to trade with you, Captain Sparkles. Get out of here. So, me and my friend Kyle, and our other friend that we've met in preschool also, Marcus. His name's Marcus. We were into airsoft back in the day, but this isn't about airsoft. But we were very bored because we've run out of ideas of things to do, and so basically we didn't know what to do. So we wanted for some reason we wanted to play dodgeball really bad, right? And so we had nothing to play dodgeball with. All we had was like a Kyle had a baseball, and then there was a tennis ball, and so we're talking about playing. I'm like, dude, we can play with this tennis ball. It's not gonna hurt as long as we don't whip it. And they're like, yeah, we can use this tennis ball as long as we don't whip it. And I'm like, okay, let's go, guys. And then right, the first thing I do, I didn't mean to. I feel so bad afterwards. I whipped the tennis ball at Marcus's forehead. I don't know how I whipped it. I don't know. I felt like I didn't put a lot into it, but that thing, I whipped it, and it just hit him right in the forehead, and he's like in pain. I'm just like, I start laughing. I'm just like, I'm sorry, Marcus. I didn't mean to do it. Oh, man. That after I said I'm not gonna whip the tennis ball, what do? I betray their trust and whip the tennis ball. I feel like I got most injured though at Kyle's house. Like, I mean, there was one time where me and Kyle were playing this hide and go seek game, and we want to make things more interesting, so we put like a cover blindfolded each other. We blindfold on the person that's trying to find you. It's kind of like Marco Polo in the house. Don't try it. It's really bad. And he like ran into his like, I was hiding underneath his bed in his room. I went to hide, and he's in his room, and he's like crawling, and I'm like, oh, you can't find me. And he's like, oh, you're probably under my bed. So he tries to go to bed, and he just headbutts he headbutts his bed, and there's like this circular like end to a nail on the thing, like a circular end, and he hit it with his head, and then he takes his the blanket from his head, and I look at him like, oh my god, you have a hole in your friggin' head. Like, it wasn't even the nail that cut through him. It was like the back of the nail, like, you know, the non-sharp point of the nail. Yeah, that part put a hole in his head. I'm just like, oh my god, you got a hole in your head. And he's like, oh, what? And he goes he puts his hand on his head, and he gets like a lot of blood. He's like, oh my god. I'm just like it was a circular hole too. And I'm just like, ah. And he's like, oh my god. I'm like, Laura, Kyle has a hole in his head. And since he's her son, she's freaking out. She's like, what? Oh my god. And I'm just like, and then I don't think he has a scar anymore, but he has like a circular scar on his forehead. I'm just like, alright, we're never playing that game again. Man, so many good stories I have about my childhood. Oh yeah, we were also playing with water guns one day, and I slipped, and I hit the back of my head on his little bonfire area with bricks, and I got a blood bubble on top of my head. Man, but none of it was painful. What happened? Well, except for that one time when I climbed. He has these little apple trees in his yard, and I climbed up one. I slipped. I think we swam before that, and I slipped, and I went front hit the branch, and then I fell backwards, and my back hit a branch, and then my front hit the branch, my back hit the branch, and my front. I was a face flat on the ground. I was like, like I couldn't breathe. So funny. Have I ever had any near-death experience, though? can't say I have had any near-death experiences. But if I did, probably wouldn't be as happy about that. Because I wouldn't want to be close to near-death. I want to live my life. Scarlett Johansson, making bank, level 20 now. You're part of the big leagues. Oh no, you're hurt by poison. Ricardo sent out Grammar. Alright, Grammar. I love telling stories though. Dude, I just love to talk a lot. Talking is my passion. Passion. Alright, let's kill these Grammars. How close are we to the... Isn't there like a huge biker gang up here? Or am I wrong? Am I wrong or am I right? The only thing I don't like about this is that PokeMMO is not really fast, so like the battles don't go as fast as you think. But I do like how PokeMMO is, you know, online, that multiple people can play it, which is pretty cool, all in all. But 30-minute long videos don't cover, like, only cover a route. Boom. And now that I can't just zoom past everyone like I used to because they couldn't see me because of the stupid update, they can see me now. So I can't be sneaky. All right. Antidote. All right. Well, that guy's like a. That guy's bike is cool. Wait, are we here? We have like one more guy to face. You look good. You look good at Pokemon, but how is your chemistry grade? Get out of here, pedophile scientist man. Nerd. Nerd! I swear, dude, there's this kid that I've known since kindergarten. He's annoying, so annoying. He has the perfect nerd voice. Like, he could be casted for being a nerd in a movie. Like, he looks like a nerd, too. He talks about Java 6 all day, man. And he looks the part. He has like a giraffe neck or something, and he sounds the part. Yeah, like my friend Kyle. Like this kid's also named Kyle, the nerd kid. But my friend Kyle from preschool. Oh my god, we're in the same class as the other Kyle this year, and my friend Kyle. My friend Kyle's shoulders are bigger than the nerd Kyle's shoulders, but the nerd Kyle's neck is like double the size of a regular person's neck, and it gives him a height advantage in the end, which is very scary, which is weird actually. I'm just like, dude, what is? I never asked him this, but I'm just like, that guy, he has a really long neck, man. He could see over everything. Well, he's not taller than me, but I'm like 6'2". I am 6'2", actually. I'm a tall kid, right? Alright? Don't judge me. I might be 7 foot tall when I'm older, like some of my family members. You know what? That means I'll have to get a bigger roof in my house. Alright? Boom. And I'm not chubby either. I'm very skinny, very fit. Lean, mean, fight machine. Been playing sports all of my life. All of my life. Except for, you know, maybe the first 4 years of my life. I never played sports the first 4 years of my life because I was years 1 through 4. Crazy? Hermes destroying. Winning. Alright. We gotta get out of here. Let's go through here, because I know this is the way you're supposed to go in the actual game of Pokemon Fire Red. And now we're going to ride our bike very slowly. Dun 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 dun. I don't know why they make tunnels in this game so long. I mean, it makes sense, but what's the point? Alright, let's get out of here. Let's get out of here. We did it. We made it to Celadon City. And it's 11:27. Great timing, actually. We got down that route right in time. We can probably do something. Dun dun dun. I'm actually not sure if we're supposed to be fighting the gym leader first, or we're supposed to do a Team Rocket thing. But what I can tell you is that we're going to get something. I know there's a Pokemon up here, Hitmonlee or Hitmonchan. I usually get Hitmonlee, but I'm pretty sure the better choice is Hitmonchan. Because Hitmonchan has all the elemental punches. And that's pretty boss, man. Or, wait a minute, this guy is the one who gives me the Eevee, isn't he? Yeah, this is the Eevee guy. Give me that Eevee. Yep. I got an Eevee. But I'm not going to use it, because, you know, everyone uses Eevees. And, you know what? I'm not going to use an Eevee. I'm going to be like, dude, I'm not an Eevee user. I'm not an Eevee abuser. Get on my level, Eevee abusers. I'm tired of you users, you Eevee abusers. Gonna make a song about it and talk about it. Oh, we can also, before the video ends, go get the coffee. Get the coffee. Noodle arms. Get the coffee. Noodle arms. Gotta take her. Oh, she's in here. Here's the old lady that gives us the coffee. Look, little Vulpix following us. Alright. You shouldn't spend all your money on drinks. Try this instead. Obtain the tea. Nothing beats thirst like some hot tea. It really is the best. Are you a sheep, ma'am? Alright. So, I'll figure out what we should do in the next episode, since we're here in the wonderful Cell. Oh, I need to show you guys something. PokeMMO has done something that Fire Red and stuff could never have done. In the Pokemon Game Corner. Wait a minute. Oh, no. But anyways, in the Pokemon Game Corner, you know how you can buy up the Porygon? Well, you can also buy a Charmander, Bulbasaur, and Squirtle there, so, yeah. But anyways, guys, it's about time to end this. So, wait a minute, I gotta get in position. Wait, nope. Anyways, guys, thank you guys for watching. If you like this video, please give it a like. Also, if you want to see more, please subscribe. Hope you guys like the stories, and peace out, my fellow cows. Bye.